Hi, I'm Stephen Brackett, one of the founders of Youth on Record, currently the Director of Special Programs, and your Colorado statewide music ambassador. Welcome to Founding Our Future. So Youth on Record, in collaboration with the Kennedy Center, is having a very special presentation today, trying to imagine what a world would be like where young voices were elevated and listened to. So what we're doing today is we are having younger musicians with the full backing and support of veteran Colorado musicians. And one of the reasons that we're doing this is in this time, we feel like one of the things that is missing is hearing the voices of young people, like hearing what you all want, hearing what possibilities might come, because we feel as though if everybody is offered a seat at the table, then we have a much livelier, imaginative, and beautiful conversation. So what you're going to be seeing tonight is the work of several young musicians. You're going to hear what they chose to share in this moment, in this time, in this country. And while they're doing so, we hope that that sparks imagination within you, conversations for you amongst your friends, your households, your classrooms about, well, what would you like to see? What kind of solutions do you see to some of the problems that are going on? What gives you hope in this time? Because more than ever, it's so important that we are listening to one another as we're trying to build a tomorrow that we can all be seen in. So once again, thank you so much for attending Founding Our Future, and we hope you enjoy.
I'm a minority in America. Don't ask me why I'm stressed out. These white supremacists lock us up and then bleed the rest out. I can't escape my skin, so in turn, it follows me blindly. If it ever wasn't on my mind, it never ceased to find me. I could blend in with the crowd, but it still stays behind me. Jim Crow never died, see, his legacy breeded zombies. Not only blacks are affected, my sexual preference magnifies it. Then to add to that, I'm a woman, so they antagonize me. Flesh may be temporary, but black is forever. Like the CIA, flooded neighborhoods with crack is forever. The smell of blood that plagues the route of Middle Passage forever. The culture that they love to hate and take advantage forever. The country that we built, you know they'll take for granted forever. Neighborhoods named after clans that house our families forever. Listening to them try to justify the reasons why my people die, all the while telling me that I should be happy. I'm alive.
Please don't let them dim your light.
This is not all right.
Raise your fist.
It's on sight.
I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Please don't let them dim your light. This is not alright. Raise your fist, it's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Please don't let them dim your light. This is not alright. Raise your fist, it's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. I see kings and queens. I see kids with dreams. I see the message to these white supremacist, power-hungry fiends. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. I see fathers, mothers. I see sisters, brothers. I see community. I see the way y'all love each other. Black is wonderful. 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 I see so much work. I see so much pain. I see so much worth. And I see so much gain. Black is bountiful. 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 I see power and resistance in the fact of your existence. That's why this is not your fight. It's not your job to make the difference. Black is powerful. 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 So please don't let them dim your light. This is not alright. Raise your fist. It's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Please don't let them dim your light. This is not alright. Raise your fist. It's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful.
I see unequal opportunity in every form. From income earners down to housing, cause we don't conform. Melanin is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Brown is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Black is wonderful. wonderful. Even white is wonderful. I see injustice for identities that have a sexual preference different from cisgender man or woman. Listen, here's a message. She is powerful.
Powerful.
He is powerful.
Powerful.
They are powerful.
Powerful.
We are powerful.
Powerful.
Didn't make it to Section 8
But made minimum wage.
job applications overlooked
To favor Dylan and Jake.
I know that culture matters.
Yeah.
I know traditions matter. And every language matters.
what?
Like all religions matter.
Yeah.
I heard the stomachs rumbling, but couldn't get exhale to give a break. Sacrificing food
To have a place to stay.
I promise brown
Lives matter. Black lives matter. Poor lives matter. Our lives matter. So please don't let them dim your light. This is not alright. Raise your fist. It's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Please don't let them dim your light. This is not alright. Raise your fist. It's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful.
up with the people,
And down with the system.
up with the knowledge,
And down with the curriculum.
up with the voices.
And down with the narrative. We taking what we owed and breaking down what was inherited.
Up with the people,
Down with the system.
up with the knowledge,
Down with the curriculum.
up with the voices.
Down with the narrative. We taking what we owed and breaking down what was inherited.
Don't let them dim your light.
This is not alright. Raise your fist. It's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Please don't let them dim your light. This is not alright. Raise your fist. It's on sight. I'm gonna be there for the fight. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful.
Black is wonderful.
Black is bountiful.
Black is bountiful.
Black is powerful.
Black is powerful.
We are powerful.
We are powerful.
They are powerful.
He is powerful.
She is powerful.
We are powerful.
We are powerful.
Juice in July.
How's it going? One, two, three, hey. You think you know what you're looking for? I say I know who you really are. I feel your heart banging on my door. You're banging on my door. What do you want from me? Too many mistakes, too many heartaches. Give you all my love, you turned around, said there wasn't enough. Wasting time, yeah, we're burning daylight. You're my number one, but we burned out our sun. I know you really mean to try your best for me. Yeah, your best for me. Hey, I know you really wanna be the the only one in my arms. In my arms, yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah. I just gotta know. What do you want from me? Yeah. You think you know what your heart is for. I never felt this type of way before. I feel your heart banging on my door. You're banging on my door. What do you want from me? Too many late nights spent under moonlight. Give me all your love. You turned away, said it wasn't enough. Wasting time. Yeah, we're burning daylight. You're my number one, but we burn out our sun. I know you really mean to try your best for me. Yeah, your best for me. Hey, I know you really wanna be the only one in my arms. In my arms, yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah. I just gotta know. I can't let you go. I just gotta know. Tell me, baby. I just gotta know. I can't let you go. I just gotta know. Tell me, baby. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from? Tell me, baby. Thank you.
All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. The word familiar feels unfamiliar, but I hope it doesn't stay that way. I feel cloudy like the weather, and so from holding my mind's weight. And I wonder if I'm supposed to have an answer today, but I still don't, I might never. But all I know, I said all I know is I don't wanna let you down, no. But I'll admit right now, I don't know what's to come. But all I know is that we are the first to live like this, and given no survival kit, I think that it's okay if all I know is I don't think I'm supposed to. All I know is I said all I know. And I wonder if I should've, and I wonder if I was supposed to look for more signs. And I wonder if I could've, but I still can't, I might never. But all I really know is I don't wanna let you down, no. But I'll admit right now, I don't know what's to come. But all I know is that we are the first to live like this, and given no survival kit, I think that it's okay if all I know is I don't. Survival kid, I think that it's okay I don't. With legs asleep, tied to my feet, are hunks of red stuck to my chest. You wonder how my eyes are bleeding now, beat purple glowing into your wrist. These ocean teeth collapse under me. I am her now. This feeling of feeling. Too far, I didn't get too far. I didn't get too far. We take it too far. Oh, too far, too far away. Said I didn't know. Said I didn't sleep that much last night. I was dreaming a mile a minute and I forgot to close my eyes. And I saw tomorrow full of change, brand new first time. hasn't been ever since. So I'll pack up good, hold proud of who I'm becoming. So I follow the way of the lights and I let them guide me through the dark. When I felt messed up, to guide decisions too far, I'd use them to tell my heart. But if yesterday hurt me, tomorrow's gonna heal me, and I'm gonna be alright, alright, alright. If yesterday trapped me, tomorrow's gonna free me, and I'm gonna be alright, alright, alright. So go tell yesterday, ooh, Cause if yesterday hurt me, tomorrow's gonna heal me, and I'm gonna be alright, alright, alright. If yesterday trapped me, tomorrow's gonna free me, and I'm gonna be alright, 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 alright. If yesterday hurt me, tomorrow's gonna heal me, and I'm gonna be alright, alright, alright. If yesterday trapped me, tomorrow's gonna free me, and I'm gonna be alright, alright, alright. So go tell yesterday, ooh, go tell yesterday. Ooh, now go tell yesterday.
Master Clark, what does it truly mean to be free?
It means to have that ultimate feeling of peace. When I can look deep into my own eyes and trust within self that the wings on my mind, body, and spirit will allow I to mentally, physically, and spiritually fly without the chains of slavery.
Mama, what does it truly mean to be free?
It means to just be me all the time without depleting my inner G. This Phoenix Rising will consistently be energized because others aren't trying to steal my frequency. Where there's no dependency on working a 9-to-5 job to find clarity in the pursuit of happiness.
Incarcerated brother, what does it truly mean to be free?
We supposedly live in the land of the free. But if it was free, why would I need to pursue something the Most High already gifted me with? Freedom is life, and I'm just thankful to be alive in this present moment.
Sankofa, what does it truly mean to be free?
Not regretting in the past or living in the future. Taking in each breath of life and appreciating what's been given. Like love, meaningful romance with no judgment near because we've all accepted who we are and where we come from. Go back and fetch what's been forgotten.
My love, what does it truly mean to be free?
Freedom isn't something that can just magically happen, Ja. It takes work. It takes dedication. It takes I and I really looking at self and unifying the revelations in your own inward journey. Connected hearing. Empathetic learning.
Grandma, what does it truly mean to be free?
Sugar, freedom is when you call me to check in and say, I love you. When I hear my great-grandbaby coo, that's freedom to me. Because our legacy, his story, her story, will continue on. Knowing that my family is safe is freedom. Having faith that our ancestors protect us daily is freedom.
Elijah McClain, what does it truly mean to be free?
Jamila, what does it truly mean to be free?
Freedom. I'm still discovering that. Freedom. Still figuring out. Freedom. But here's what I got so far. Free is when I see people uniting instead of fighting. Safe residing within peace because we use the fourth degree to discover ourselves and our culture. I self-lord and master of my own destiny. Freedom is when my dome doesn't bleed red, white, and blue. Witnessing my people break through the bars of America. False land of the freedom. Take it back to Africa. Birthing a new land for black-star people to grow on and on and on and on, grow on and on and on and on. Auntie Badu say if we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Call us by our names. Get it? We gods and goddesses. Hearing greatness within hip-hop is real WAP. Freedom, no misogyny or trauma, just not stop believing in each other. Pass it to the left and smell smoke of the old Constitution burning. As people of all color, gender and age, class come together to write a new one. That's a fresh era of freedom. Say her name, Breonna Taylor. Say we don't want to say any more names. Pumping veins is our freedom. Having opportunity to taste life-giving soul food. Dr. Sebi told you style freedom. No sloppy seconds. We want our freedom recognizing God is a woman. Freedom is not seeing black as a target. Freedom is teaching our children how to garden. Freedom is unlocking your holy trinity. Freedom is forgetting religion to remember spirituality. Freedom is having and sharing it with others. Freedom is forgiving my father. Freedom is raising my daughter. Freedom is healing myself. Freedom is always being heartfelt. Freedom is acknowledging the screaming child within. I hear you, baby girl. I see you, Jamila. You are safe, and most of all, you are free. 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 God, what does it truly mean to be free?
You really want to know?
Yes.
It means.
What's up, world? This is Adrian H. Molina, also known as Molina Speaks. I'm the fellowship coordinator at Youth on Record, and it's an honor to be with you all to celebrate the performances of our independent artists, our brilliant artists holding down Denver, Colorado. You've experienced their artistry, their musicianship, their imagination, the resilience that they bring to this work, and now we're going to get to know them a little bit more. So I want to start off asking you all about Youth on Record and your experience with Youth on Record. So for those of you who have been with me through the fellowship, which is a 10-month program meant to bring young folks up to speed and prepare you for a career in the creative industries. If you've been through the fellowship, can you talk about how your time in the fellowship has prepared you for this performance?
Being in part of the fellowship program really helped give me a support group to create my art and be able to share it with a small community, and get feedback. I just also feel like it's given me a really great friend group as well. I wouldn't have met these wonderful artists and great people without being part of Youth on Record.
Thank you, Destino. Building community. Other fellows, thoughts on the Youth on Record fellowship program preparing you for this opportunity?
I would definitely say even figuring out your intention with your artwork was a big part of the fellowship. I feel like in the process of us writing our bios again and figuring out the messaging of our music, we were defining what we want our artistry to be for ourselves. And even though we were all kind of in our early stages of our career, I don't know if all of us, at least I was definitely not thinking about it as in depth as I was when I actually went through the program. And I feel like after I came out of it, I have more of a sense of my own identity with my artistry as well.
First up, thank you, Mo, for the fellowship. I always refer to that as one of the most monumental stages in my life and in my career. So thank you for your effort that you put into that every year. For how it prepared me, one, it taught me professionalism, and it's shown me how to show up for shows and for other artists and with other artists. And so I had a lot of practice with that after the fellowship and before COVID, obviously. But I was able to bring that back into this performance. And then at the end, us working together as a fellowship and setting up our show, the Mixed Meadows show that we did for our cohort, like that really taught me how to have a vision with multiple people and see through it that everybody's voice gets heard and like that it gets done in the most efficient way possible, and like and everybody has their art and their vision that they can add to it and it gets stepped on. And that was my first time working in like a group sense like that, and so being able to bring that experience into this second group setting was a beautiful thing.
Thank you, Juice Box. Mama Ja, got thoughts for us?
Recently, I finished the fellowship cohort 4, and my biggest takeaway from it was it allowed me to really see where I'm at as an artist. I think just being around other creatives and seeing where they are at in their process, it allowed me to see the things that I need to improve on and where I'm at and how I can improve as an artist. I also just appreciate you, Mo, with being our mentor in that fellowship, because with each session that we had with you and you being vulnerable with sharing your experiences with us, that just gave me a bigger view on where I want to go as an artist and the things that I should do. Learning from your failures and learning from your accomplishments has just taught me a lot. And it's also just been great working with other artists too. Yeah, it's been super fun.
Thank you. Yeah, that's one of the best things I think about Youth on Record is getting to interact with so many different artists and musicians, learning from folks who are at all stages of life. And, there's so much talent, there's so much heart and soul connected to this program. And you can't help but walk away from an experience at Youth on Record, without like some sense of what's next, like what am I going to do next? What do I want to make happen next? You're inspired. Ashley, how has Youth on Record prepared you for a lifelong relationship to your artistry?
I can kind of think of two things. Like the first thing I noticed when we had like our first meeting was like how unique and different everyone was. And I don't think if I hadn't, gone to Youth on Record, I wouldn't have had the chance to like meet so many different people from like so many different like genres and stuff like that. It also like helped me get a lot more comfortable with my artistry, because like I'm still like very I'm kind of like a perfectionist, and like I always like I guess look down on all the stuff I've made, but like if I wanted to like perform live, I would have been like too nervous to. But since going into the fellowship, I've gotten a lot more comfortable with like the stuff I make and how I perform it and all that stuff. So yeah.
Thank you. July, I'm going to ask you the same question. I haven't had the same opportunity to work with you one-on-one, but I'm a fan of your work as producer. And I know you've had a lot of interaction at Youth on Record, been part of different programs. So how has Youth on Record prepared you for a lifelong relationship to music?
Youth on Record has prepared me for a lifelong relationship to music, in that although, as you said, I haven't been involved with the fellowship, I've been giving opportunities here and there to be involved with different initiatives. For example, this one, Founding Our Future. I work in open lab with youth, and through working with youth, I feel I'm able to leave an everlasting impression and influence on their growth as people and musicians.
And finally, Logan, youngest artist in this particular collaboration on this project. You're 17, right? Is that right? Yeah. All right. How's it feel to be learning from and being on stage with some pretty accomplished musicians through this collaboration?
It's so awesome to be around so many people at the same time that are so different. Like, I don't think we could be more different in our type of music we make and the things we want to prove. But the one thing that everyone has in common that I've been around, that I've been able to be with, is that everyone has a vision and that everyone has purpose behind their music. And I was kind of wondering what my next step was musically. And I think developing a vision and developing something specific you're working towards is so important. And to see all these people that are making music a reality for themselves instead of just a hobby or something on the side is so empowering. It just makes me feel that, like, I can do this. I can be a musician too. I can make whatever dreams I want come true because of these people inspiring me.
We've had some pretty accomplished musicians come through Youth on Record, some big names come through. You know, in the past, young fellows and artists who were just involved in our programming. You know, I've been on stage with people like Imagine Dragons, 21 Pilots. We've had artists, legendary hip hop artists like J Live come through and speak with us. Supernatural came through and we vibed it out on the freestyle tip with him one Saturday afternoon a few years back. And then, of course, through the podcast that some of y'all have been very intimately involved in. You know, we've had a lot of artists come through. So this is a very different experience, right? I'm going to ask you all to offer one word that sums up the experience of like doing a Zoom concert for a national audience. You know, like nobody expected to be in this situation, right? We're living a good portion of our professional lives on Zoom, but now, you know, it's like we're even like creating these performances virtually. So if I could get one word from each of you that sums up the experience of like doing this show virtually like this. One word, whenever you're ready, give it to us.
Windy.
I'd say like mind-blowing.
This was an event that made me feel really positive about like thinking about the future in this year.
Positivity also. I just got so much from it, you know.
Unifying, just to see so many different genres come together to make something cool.
My word is grateful. Grateful for technology and that I don't have to just not perform at all.
My word is powerful, because we were all empowered in some way, shape, or form. Can't see me smiling, but I'm smiling.
Word. Thank you all. Artists, you ask for one word, and sometimes you get big explanations. Mama Ja kept it to one word. But we're gonna ask for some perspective, explanation, maybe a little bit of decoding. But you know, there's like some secrets. You gotta keep some information. So say what you want to say. But I want to ask you all about your performances. I want to ask you about your acts. First and foremost, July and Juice. Why did you write this song in this moment in our nation's history? You know, what does it mean to you personally?
We haven't really talked about it as like a duo. I know, like, I wrote the song because I felt like as a white artist, it wasn't my place to talk about like the hardships that the Black community faces, right? But it is my place to show that like I'm in solidarity with them, and that I love the Black community and that I respect the Black community. And so I wanted to write a song that showed that and that expressed that. And then I needed a beat produced for it, so I turned to July and I asked for her to produce the beat for me. And then it just felt right to ask her to be on the song as well. So I don't know what her feelings were about hopping on the song, but she just agreed to it. So, well, why did you write what you wrote?
Well, we could start with when you brought me the track. Originally, he had written it to a beat from YouTube. So we made an original beat and rebuilt it from the ground up. And then from there, I had him lay down his verse and the bridge and the hook, of course. And from there, I wrote my verse, and then we decided to do like call and response on the bridge. So I wrote what I wrote because I have experienced everything that I've written, from not getting hired for jobs or even considered because of my skin color and ethnic. That's the same thing. My skin color and my sex. I just wrote what I experienced. I say Black Lives Matter because I'm Black. I say Brown Lives Matter because I have a 5-year-old brother and sister who are half Black, specifically Haitian and Trinidadian, and the other half is Mexican. So I'd be damned if I don't say Brown Lives Matter. Not to mention, every school I went to growing up was nothing but Black and brown people. So I wrote that based off of our experiences.
Thank you both. Destino, what did you want us to experience as audience?
I feel like I chose this song to perform really because when I wrote it, it was more so about like opening up your heart and trying to be honest. Yeah, right now we just need a lot more honesty. Whatever that may mean. But yeah, I just really wanted people to feel my expression, my self-expression through my performance, as well as be able to take away that, like, if I can have green hair, black nails, and wear a crazy outfit, then, like, why can't you express yourself as well, you know?
I love that celebration of self-expression. I also want to ask you about your love of pop music. I feel like you, more than any young person that I've worked with through Youth on Record, like you push and celebrate pop, and remind me of the depth that is in pop music, even if it's just like, you know, songs just having fun. Tell us about what pop music means to you.
Like growing up, like my mom, she introduced me to like pop culture and was always like watching E! News on TV in the mornings before school, before she had to go to work. And so I would sit on her bed in the mornings and watch E! News with her and like just consume all this pop culture. And she'd show me all the cool music when my dad wasn't in the car because he didn't like pop music. He would only listen to rock. So yeah, I just really feel like I took that love of pop music from my mom. She always like showed me like the new music and all that stuff. So yeah, I just feel like I really resonated or realized that I love pop music when I like Katy Perry's Teenage Dream was a really big inspiration for me. I don't know. I just have always really loved pop music. Yeah, there's a lot of layers to it too. I'm really interested in this genre, this subgenre of pop right now called hyperpop. It's like super flamboyant music. I love it. It's super expressive. It's dope. Check it out.
Thank you, Destino. Edwina, tell us about your new song, Survival Kit.
So, Survival Kit to me is really just a song about self-forgiveness, to be honest. Especially when quarantine had first started, I was again reminded of my love for like feeding off to-do lists, sometimes a little bit excessively. And so when quarantine started and things became a little bit harder to predict, I definitely had this weird guilt that was building in me of like, why am I still not on top of this? Like I could be doing this, I could be doing X, Y, or Z to fill this time. But to be honest, I was just like emotionally exhausted and really confused about what was happening in the world, like a lot of other people. But with that, I think Survival Kit kind of came from that place of like me realizing months later, like I shouldn't be expecting me or anyone in my life to like know exactly what to do when we've never lived this before. So part of the chorus is like, we are the first to live like this, and given no survival kit, I think it's okay if we don't know. And yeah, it's just really a song about that reflection of mine. And when I've performed it, it's definitely been a reminder, and I still need to play through it every now and then just to like feel that again, especially in the midst of an online semester. We don't know what's happening next semester. It's just been a grounding force.
Wise words. Thank you, Edwina. Ashley, can you decode I Feel Apples for us? Your music is always so abstract. What can you offer us in terms of insights?
I don't even know if I could decode it myself because I wrote it like probably more than a year ago. I think the main reason we chose to use it with both of Edwina's songs, because it was in the middle of the set, was like we were trying to figure out like a good way to combine both of our like different genres of music. Because I'd say like we're both singer-songwriters, but on like a very different level. Like I do like different stuff in like this genre, and she does different stuff in this genre, and so we're like, how do we combine this? And like, so the song is like off my album that's coming out soon, hopefully. And I just thought it would be like a cool idea to have it in there along with her music and just have it like mesh together. And yeah.
I've gotten to experience quite a few of your collaborations, and I love that cross-pollination. I love just these different styles, genres, bending genres, and experiencing something entirely new and fresh when you two collaborate. I want to ask. I want to get a little bit deeper into that crossing of genres, and I think I'll save that question for Logan here in a few. Thank you, Ash. All right, Jamila, you are deeply experimental, probably one of the most experimental artists that I've worked with through Youth on Record, and I love that about you. I like to think of myself as a risk taker and an experimental artist as well. What's on the line for you when you take creative risks? Are you processing fear? Do you feel a sense of liberation from it? Like, are you scared, or do you just feel free? Like, what is it like to take risks as an artist?
I feel like that encompasses all of what you just said, because all those feelings are there. The feeling of fear, the feeling of uncertainty, the feeling of embarrassment, like what's going to really happen. And for me, I enjoy taking risks because it's like I would rather take the risk than be trapped in my own mind with the regret of not taking the risk. And I feel like whenever I experiment with something, ultimately I feel powerful and I feel free and good about myself because I'm affirming with myself that it's okay to take those risks. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to succeed. It's okay to feel good. And I think it's great. Like, I feel like if more people just accepted that aspect of themselves with wanting to be vulnerable with themselves to take that risk, like a lot of things could be happening in a positive way. So yeah, take risk, y'all.
That's right. Take healthy risks. Thank you. So Logan, in this spirit of experimentation, not only are you the youngest artist on stage, but you're bringing a classical music vibe. And I want to know, what it feels like to play a classical instrument alongside hip hop, punk, and pop musicians.
Yeah, so growing up, when I was playing cello, I kind of had this idea in my head that string instruments and classical music was in an entirely different world than all the other music. So there's music that I played and I could play, and then there's music that I listened to for fun, and there were two completely separate ideas to me. And as I got older, I realized that the only thing keeping me from combining these two ideas is there's nothing keeping me except my own preconceived notions of their separate existence. So I started experimenting with adding bass lines, like cello bass lines to songs, and playing non-classical music, covering the Beatles and Queen and Kanye West. So the more I combine these genres, the more I realize that I'm only limited to what I believe. I'm only limited by what I believe I can't do. And it keeps me open-minded too, to all the different genres and all the different things I can do with my classical instrument. And especially in a time where we need a lot more open-mindedness, I think it's a a good mentality to keep.
So for anybody who's watching this at home, we are open to donations. We are open to your support of the fellowship program and Youth on Record in general. If you got $10 to give, we will happily accept your $10. If you have $1,000 to give, we will happily accept your $10,000 and put it to good use. If you have $1 million to give, now's the time. A lot of times, foundations, people with great wealth, with gifts to offer, we're waiting for the right time. And humanity is at a crossroads, between the need for racial justice, us addressing our situation within climate breakdown and climate catastrophe, getting technology right so that it works for us and not against us, and dealing with, the threats of nuclear warfare. I mean, just us making big moves for humanity. Now's the time. And art and music, as you've experienced tonight, it's a pathway to the soul of the world, as well as the spirits that live within us, whatever your religion or spirituality may be. So if you got something to give, make it part of your legacy, hook it up, $10, $10,000, $1 million, we'll make use of it. We'll put it to work for the youth and for the community. I want to close by asking each of you all to offer one short-term goal with your art and music. If you can envision something you want to achieve or offer over the next 12 months, over the next year, let us know what's next for you. What are you trying to make happen?
I'm trying to see 1 million streams on my album, Lavender Lemonade, which drops January 1st of 2021.
It'll probably be all me, honestly. For me, I'm also trying to drop an album soon, but there's no release date yet. It's going to be called Strangers Forever. And yeah, I'm in the mixing process right now with Destino. So, yay.
I'm going to college, or hopefully. I have to graduate high school first, but I just want to see what more I can learn and what I can be open to musically and otherwise. So
I am also trying to release a project, but I'd like to create more visual content as well within the next year. I feel like that would be a big goal for me.
I've also started writing my first album, which is pretty exciting. But I think more than anything, especially this year, my short-term goal has been to follow what feels good and what feels genuine to me. That seemed to bring me the most happiness this year. So I'm going to keep following that.
I would like to release at least one single a month in the year of 2021.
And I would like to listen to all of them.
One of my goals is to start putting together this poetic EP that I would like to release in 2021. And I'm looking to collaborate with these artists on the Zoom call. I think that would be super cool. But the immediate goal is, I think it would be cool if I got together with my cohort 4 with the fellowship at Youth on Record, and if we could come together to put on a performance. I think this performance that I got to experience with y'all really has inspired me to reach out to them. And due to COVID, we weren't able to do a group performance. So I think it would be tight if we came together to create something.
All right. Thank you all. Mama Ja, on that note, we are going to have some serious work to do to bring everybody back together and to reunite folks in real space, in real time. Thank you to this technology, as mentioned earlier, I believe by Juicebox, for just providing us a forum and an opportunity to gather in this way. But we know we need each other in real space, in real time. So art will play a huge role in bringing folks back together in a way that unites us and does not divide us. So artists, thank you so much. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your creative risks. Thank you for producing this experience for folks watching at home, inspiring folks during this difficult time. And to the audience, to everyone at home, mil gracias. Thank you for being part of this plática, this talk back. We hope you've enjoyed the experience. And please look out for Youth on Record. We're here representing for y'all. Peace.